blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Let's go. 30 base.
You ain't going nowhere. Strong right.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Go. Motion, check. Bravo.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw here. Steps away. Big hold of the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
To throw his Bortles. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Ready, set.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Wilson has it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bortles throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Switch up.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Hey, Mike 52. Watch the run. Where's 52?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. But it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Wait, put it!
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Alpha!
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
Check tight.
Check it!
Alert!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. This will be caught at about the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there,
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports as they've got it with a 3rd and 14 coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Finding some room at midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down.
Check that. We might do the 2 right here. 64, read. Check.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense. He
was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Brady. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Returnable for Grant. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. 3 ball. Hatch it.
On first down, Drake trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Bortles. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dante Hightower able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Ready? 10 logo. Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
Looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brady gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good pickup there of 22.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Shit.
80 weapon.
Here's Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Let's go, baby.
Check. Rip. Check it. Buzz.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. 65.
Let's go. No, 66. Hey, Alpha.
Mike, 55.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
72.
Shotgun now for Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Go. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, wahoo. Snap.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 2. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
This is where his eyes told him everything he needed to know. As a linebacker, when you're sitting at the second level and you can see everything in front of you, that play just developed right in front of him, and he got there in a hurry and made a really nice play.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. Now Drake loses the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return will stop right around the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
45 the mic. 45 the mic. Second.
To throw again. Brady. Wide open. Julian Edelman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 32-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Crunch time, defense. 52.
Now Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with a 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here comes Grant on the return. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. On the left side, this is Stills. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Bortles going up top. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Show it in, show it in. Hey, check Mike 45, check Mike 45. Hey, check it.
Now Brady. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
No. Hey, hey. Let's go out. No,
This is Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Bortles. It's complete. Stills. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Bortles now on first down. Going deep here for Stills. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Hey, check it. Hey, zoom.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Brady going to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Bravo.
From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Elsewhere at Arrowhead there in the 3rd quarter. The Raiders have extended their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They go to Elliott again. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
On 2nd and goal. Brady. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Robert Kimdichie, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. from the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, it's Drake. And an alley to run. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 62 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Elliott, toss right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 4. Shift. What? Hey, 66. Check. Lucky. Check it, reload. Smooth. 52. When he hits.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. To Gordon, out left. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Check nickel.
Operating from the gun, Brady has a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Dolphins 14.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Hightower able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And he finds Stills complete. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing now is Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Bortles going to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. On the right side open is Gesicki. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Now Bortles. He's going to let it fly. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and a return will stop right around the 25. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for